from Jakarta to purchase child pornography video streaming subscription using credit card of a person in America. The person called Steve Boons, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Steve Boons. And then the victim got fired from the job because considered as pedophile, and also have a moral punishment from the family and the society. Yeah. That is also a matter of jurisdiction about the collecting the digital evidence. Okay. Okay, there are some cases, yeah, some cases in Indonesia. So the first part, I will explain the technology-aided crime, yeah, content-related offenses of cybercrime. The first case is influencers service review. This is one of Indonesia's influencer. Yeah, influencer is also a new term. It's like online celebrity, right? But in this era, if you can be online or cyberspace celebrity, it's also considered as celebrity, right? So this influencer reviews the service of Garuda Airways business class. So he posted on Instagram, yeah, a vlog, and also a photograph, right? Showing the menu on the business class of Garuda Indonesia Airways, trip to from Sydney to Denpasar. So the menu is handwritten, and maybe he thought this is a business class. Maybe the surface it should be like this. The menu is handwritten, and then he asked to the flight attendant, and the answer is it's still on the process of printing. And then he posted this in the Instagram, in his Instagram, personal Instagram. So the question is, which part is the wrongdoing? Because of the act, the association of Garuda Indonesia Airways employee, yeah, not the corporation who filed the report, but Garuda Indonesia's employee association, because perhaps the corporation made a clear point that the employee should do this, and then the employee seek for the other people to be blamed too. So they decided to blame the influencer by filing the report to the police. So they contend that this is a defamation. This is a defamation for the brand of Garuda Indonesia Airways. And then the fundamental question is, which part is the wrongdoing? I don't know in other culture, but as long as I know, in America, if you posted something like this, it doesn't matter. Yeah, but in Indonesia, sometimes people are overthink about what people said, and then they consider that the bad things that has been said by other people could be a defamation. could be a libel, could be a slander, right? So they decided to go to the police, and also the influencer are being summoned, being subpoenaed, right? Being subpoenaed by the police to attend the investigation, right? Now looking at the defamation itself, what is exactly defamation is? And as I explained earlier, that if we consider certain action as crime, it should be fulfilling the elements of crime that has been stated in the criminal statutes. So the Garuda Indonesia Employee Association filed the report using Article 45, Paragraph 3, Law 19/2016, in conjunction to Article 27, Paragraph 3, Law 11/2008. So these two laws is the Electronic Transaction and Information Law. So this is the amendment of the first law. Yeah. So this is the criminal statute. Any person who knowingly and without authority distributes and or transmits and or causes the accessible electronic information and or electronic documents with contents of affronts and or defamation as intended by Article 27, Paragraph 3 shall be sentenced to imprisonment not exceeding 4 years and or a fine not exceeding 750 million rupiah. So that's the criminal statutes. That's the norm about defamation that considered as crime. So if we look at the element, okay, defamation is at first at the law 11/2008 it is not explained properly at the law 11 and 2008 within the criminal statutes, or the elucidation not explain it properly, only stated self-explanatory. It is clear enough to be understand. While it is not clear because we have to have the elements and indicators of what is defamation that have been stated in the criminal statutes. So using the interpretation of the concept in the jurisprudence, we can use systematical interpretation, which is we refer the explanation of the concept to other criminal statutes, the more general criminal statutes, which is the Indonesia Criminal Code. So the Indonesia Criminal Code, specifically in Article 310, also criminalizing about defamation, and looking at the criminal statutes in electronic transaction and information law, this is about the distribution and transmission, right? And this is basically the wrongdoing of the defamation. So looking at the Article 310 of Indonesia Criminal Code, we can know what is the elements of crime that considered as the elements of defamation itself. So looking at the criminal statutes, paragraph 1, the person who intentionally harms someone's honor or reputation by charging him with a certain fact with the obvious intent to give publicity thereof shall be guilty of slander. And the paragraph 2 is libel. Yeah. But from the elements of crime we can learn from the construction of the act. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Be punished by a maximum imprisonment of 9 months. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to sign something here. Okay. So, what is the elements of crime of defamation? The first one is harm, honor, or reputation. This is the action, right? And then how about the victim? The victim is someone's, and maybe correlating with the case, the first case we are discussing in is it's corporations, right? Garuda Indonesia. So in defamation, it should be someone is the victim. Okay. Then charged with certain fact, accused of something, and then also there's a publicity, spreading, distributing, right? So this 4 is the element of defamation, right? The problem is maybe because this is something new, the law of electronic transaction and information, the law enforcement also have the tendency to interpret not using the proper scientific method, academic method, but they use their common sense. Oh, this should be a defamation because it's charging with or accusing something that has been bad effect, and the impact is bad toward the good name of Garuda Indonesia, and then maybe this is a defamation, of course, until the influencer got subpoenaed, right? That is the what Indonesia law enforcement has to deal with. If we took effect of a criminal statute, the law enforcement has to be very careful. Yeah. Okay, that's on defamation. Okay, wait. Okay, case number 2. Yeah, publicity stunt. This is one of the celebrity, not online celebrity. This is the actual celebrity. So he is a musician, and the songs are great. Yeah, I think. But he decided to also do the political practice, right? And he publicly declared the political view, yeah, his political view. So, and in terms when the celebrity is what is that? Is being kicked out by the newcomer, you have to steal the public with controversy actions, yeah, controversial actions, because it will still the public again, and then you'll be considered as a celebrity is not dead already, yeah, right? So this is the example of the fact that social media amplifies everything. Yeah? Social media amplifies everything, including our thoughts. yeah, before the era of cyberspace. Maybe we say bad things in private, but in the cyberspace era, in the cyber world, everything is gone public. Maybe we consider that our account is private. Yeah, I posted a trash statement there. Without any further thinking that it would affect something, including the public order. So the political view is opposing the former governor of Jakarta, who is also well known, yeah, as a blunt person, yeah. And then so basically he said that the former governor Ahok, former governor of Jakarta Ahok Basuki Cahayapurnama, is convicted for blasphemy, and then it is being what is that commoditized by the political opposition, right? And then he said that everyone who endorsed blasphemer is a scumbag who is needed to be spitted on their face, right? And then this is his initial, ADP, Ahmad Dhani Prasetyo. Okay, so basically this is the problem. Yeah, this is the problem that that contended by the law enforcement as this is a criminal act. So the fact is, social media amplifies even bad things. And again, in 2018, yeah, the first one is 2017. The second one is 2018. Again, he transmitted, yeah, he posted a vlog calling idiots of the his political opposition while in the Hotel Majapahit, yeah, Majapahit Hotel Surabaya, which were some kind of maybe a press conference on declaration of we should change the president, and then he said that certain groups, Panzer, yeah, certain groups, idiot, and he posted online through Instagram, I think, yeah. The previous one is at Twitter, yeah, with Twitter. Okay, so the law enforcement contended that this is a criminal action because it affects the public order. It disrupts the public order. So the law enforcement contended that it should be punished with article, yeah, by using Article 45A, Paragraph 2, Law 19/2016, in conjunction to Article 28, Paragraph 2, Law 11/2008. Any person who knowingly and without authority disseminates information aimed at inflicting hatred or dissensions on individuals and or certain groups of community based on ethnic groups, religions, races, and intergroups. In Indonesia, popular by the acronym SARA. As intended, Article 28, Paragraph 2 shall be sentenced to imprisonment not exceeding 6 years and fine not exceeding 1 billion. Okay, so the political opposition stated that this is only stunt by the law enforcement because they contend that the law enforcement is in favor of the government, the incumbent, who is the political opposition of this person. Now that is also a problem, because enforcing the law to cyber criminals, it should be objective, right? And the political view, it should not be disrupted by that. So by as academician, who stand objectively, I agree that this is an action that aimed at inflicting hatred or dissension, because the Panzer is a group of religion. I mean, it's not the religion itself, but it's not a representative. It's a part of one of the main, what is that? That Muslim and also Christian and maybe other religion has their streams, right? Divided into several streams, several streams. Panzer is a part of the Nahdlatul Ulama. This is one of the mainstream Islam in Indonesia. So Panzer is the part of them. So yes, I think this is the action of inflicting hatred that should not be conveyed by posting it online, making it accessible to countless person who can access his account, his social media account. So the case number 3, the prankster. This is in Indonesia, we call that YouTuber, person who has YouTube channel and is quite popular.
YouTube celebrity, Pak.
Yeah?
YouTube celebrity.
Yeah.
YouTube
celebrity. Yeah, also online celebrity. So he posted a video of pranking transgender person. So the video was like a social movement about giving basic needs such as rice and etc. To the transgender person. And when the transgender person opened the package, it contained trash. So the transgender person decided to file the report to police. File the report to police, and then Ferdian Paleka, the name of the YouTube celebrity, is subpoenaed. Subpoenaed, and also allegedly can be punishable. It's punishable, but with the same article as this. The same article. The same article about defamation. Okay, so the problem is it a defamation? Is it a libel, a slander? Because as far as we discussed that the elements of crime of defamation, there should be a charge of something, accusing of something, and there's no accusation here. Just giving the person something that is not appropriate, that is inappropriate to give away to trash, right? And this is also get the public attention because we live also in the era of LGBTQ recognition and protection, right? This transgender person also used that magnitude and decided to file a report. I'm a transgender and I should be protected, and I got pranked by somebody that is later known as a YouTube celebrity, and exploited to get the attention for his YouTube channel. But yeah, as I explained earlier, the new things for the law enforcement, and the law enforcement is also has the certain culture that are already settled, right? Already settled, and maybe these new things disrupting their status quo. And one of the what is that? One of the access is bad interpretation method of criminal statutes. That is why law enforcement still needs academician to address the cybercrime law enforcement. Yeah. In my opinion, this is not a defamation. This is humiliation, and we have the criminal statutes for that. It's in the 315 in Indonesia Criminal Code. Yeah, Article 315 Indonesia Criminal Code. It's about humiliation. It's not accusing something. Yeah, but yes, it is punishable. Okay, case number 4, another publicity stunt. So virginity auction by the, I don't know, maybe this person is also online celebrity. Yeah. So this is what he wrote in his, I don't know, it's not writing. It's a vlog, also vlog, yeah, vlog. I am Sarah. I am about to make important and maybe one of the biggest decisions in my life. I'm going to auction my virginity. The decision I made is considered as significant, important. Maybe some of you get this, or maybe not. Yeah. But I already decided to to have a fundraising. Yeah, to have a fundraising, and all of the money will be donated 100%, yeah, to the COVID-19 fighter and everyone who is in need. So this is interesting because it's a noble goal, but done by inappropriately, yeah, auctioning the virginity. And after the public get her attention, and there are some replies and comments, and she decided to delete the vlog, yeah, to delete the vlog. And that is also one thing of cyberspace culture, that some of these cybercrime will be gone away by itself because of the peer pressure within cyberspace. But the problem is what is posted, what is accessed, what is watched. It's irreversible. It is one of the theory in the journalism, yeah, in media. If it is already printed, already distributed, already conveyed, already stated, it is irreversible. And the irreversibility can cause damage, And in this particular matter, the damage, the nearest damage is, yeah, maybe other women, other lady, other girls, yeah, will influence to do the same thing, and maybe person who practice prostitution also will take the same way and having this as the masquerade of online prostitution, right? That's the nearest damage. So the content-related offenses is about this is an inappropriate content, yeah. Contents against propriety. Yeah. So it is in the Article 45, Paragraph 1, Law 19, 2016, in conjunction to Article 27, Paragraph 1, Law 11, 2008. And this is also considered as serious because prostitution and pornography is illegal in Indonesia. Yeah. But the prostitution itself, in the criminal statutes, only punish the pimp. Yeah, the prostitute themselves is considered as not a criminal. It's not a crime. They consider it as the victim. Yeah, victim of the pimp. Yeah. This is the other cases of content-related offenses. PTIP. This is one of the political party. Yeah, 85% of the member endorse. Is PKI, is communist. Yeah, PKI, Partai Komunis Indonesia, Indonesian Communist Party member. Yeah, and it's anti-Islam. Yeah. And then evict all the student of the Papua, and they call the student as monkey. And we, the member of the citizen of Republic of Indonesia Union, ready to sink and destroy all the monkey student of Papua in Java, Sumatra, Borneo, Sulawesi. We evict them back to the woods after we hunt down the monkeys. So this is also inflicting hatred of certain race in Indonesia, which is Papua's people, right? Okay, that the previous cases is the content-related offenses that Indonesia law enforcement has to deal with, and some of the law enforcement is still learning about how to implement the law properly, yeah? According to justice, yeah, to justice, conform to justice accordingly, right? And some of the law enforcement, yeah, already did a good job in doing that, and several already convicted. But the number of conviction, if we looking at the total numbers of cybercrime, is very minor. That is why the cybercrime is very important to be addressed. Yeah. So I'll go share my screen again. We go next to the sophisticated crime of cybercrime. Yeah? Illegal access. Okay, this is interesting. In 2016, there was a person who hacked into a giant advertising screen. Yeah, hacked into a giant advertising screen. Maybe some of you knows this case. It's quite popular in 9gag. It's gone hot. Yeah. Sorry, Pak Aji?
Yeah, it was popular in 2016, Pak.
Yeah, it is popular in 2016. Yeah, popular in 2016. But there is no conviction until present. Yeah, there's no conviction, and the problem is evidence, because we cannot rely on the statement of the defendant only. The law enforcement need to seek more evidence, needs to collect more evidence. What is the problem? Yes, this is an electronic system, yeah, giant Videotron, giant screen, advertising screen, and it displays pornography content. So look at the people reaction of the video that displayed in the giant Videotron. There's no prosecution, there's no conviction yet until this present. Evidence is important. If you or if the law enforcement contend that you do this, you hacked into the system, then the law enforcement has to get the evidence of it. Okay, so this is your IP address, and this is the timestamp. So the electronic system log is there's interaction with this media, this certain MAC address or IP address in this time. Where have you been? What is the device that you have interaction to during that time? That is very important. Okay, and then case number 6, card skimming. So this is the successful law enforcement. The Bali Province Police apprehend 4 Bulgarians for skimming and illegal access. Yeah, they steal money. They do the skimming and they steal money from the bank account of the victim. Yeah. So they use a magnetic card reader to steal information in the card, and they use mini camera or simply rubbernecking, right? Picking while the victim input the personal identification number, right? And then followed by illegal access and or fund transfer from the bank account, yeah, which is embedded to the debit or credit card. Can be used to steal money or can be used in online purchasing. Yeah, and this is Bali Province successfully apprehend 4 Bulgarians committing the skimming and illegal access. So the law enforcement needs to learn and adapt, I think, everywhere, not in Indonesia, because this is something new, and also how to regulate the cyberspace. how much control by the government and the law enforcement will be. How far the law enforcement is going to go in collecting evidence. Because sometimes, if we cannot collect evidence, we have to force the defendant, maybe with something unlawfully, with physical intimidation, with violence, right? So how far the law enforcement is going to go, how much control the government is going to go, because one of the NGO in Indonesia considered as this regime, yeah, the Jokowi's administration is digital authoritarian. Yeah, that's their view. Yeah, they also have a certain political view, and perhaps it's at the moment opposing the incumbent or the government. Yeah. But that's the issue. How far the government is going to go to control? Because failure to educate the internet user, well, they post everything trashy and maybe damaging the reputation of the government, of the corporation. Do we need to suppress the freedom of speech, right? What kind of control? So the issue is everywhere, I think. Yeah, the issue is we have to balance between the human rights, between the fundamental rights for the internet user, with the interest of public order. That is important. That is the point that the government should be design the regulations. Yeah. Sometimes, maybe some of you already watched the Designated Survivor. Yeah, this is a good serial in Netflix. Yeah, Designated Survivor, about the Capitol building bombing. Yeah, so it destroys the building and also a whole cabinet. So the Secretary of Housing should be the president, and there's an evidence that is unclear that should be confirmed by other evidence, and the IT guy happens to get the digital evidence, the video footage from a cell phone. The camera of the building showing that there's a senator holding a cell phone shooting the president while the president delivers the speech. And the security footage of the building have several seconds of blind period. And the senator who holds the cell phone is already dead because of the explosion. And then the investigator asked the IT guy, "Can we get that cell phone?" We cannot, because it's a dead person's property. We also have to have a subpoena for confiscating or looking into the cell phone, looking for the video. And the investigator said that this is a matter of national security, and this is the most devastating events during the regime, yeah, during the president's administration. If we don't play dirty, we cannot catch the bad guy. So the law enforcement sometimes unethical, and that's the ethical issues, and the law enforcement have to weigh the ethical decision, and perhaps to break the law, yeah. And how far is the law enforcement is going to go for the for catching cyber criminals? That is also have to be addressed. Maybe that is what I can share for you this afternoon, students, and
Thank you,
also Pak
Anton.
Adi. Thank you very much.
Thank you
And
for your
this is the question.
interesting presentation
Yes,
and make us know about the cybercrime. And then from Pak Anton, we learned that all of us are actually interconnected through the network. And then the network is the one strict by the cyber criminal. Is that correct, Pak?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I already saw that there have been 4 questions already asking about your topic, Pak. The first one is from Ivan Cortez.
Okay, let me grab my pen. Yes.
No problem. No, you can answer it directly, Pak. Directly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. From
Ivan
the chat,
Cortez, yeah, from the chat. Does the Indonesian government has their own cybercrime unit in the police force?
Okay.
Based on
Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, we have the cybercrime unit in the Indonesia's police headquarters, but from the branches itself, the Indonesian police headquarters have their branches in the provinces and also the in the cities, right? The branches in the cities is not happen to have the cybercrime unit. We have in the provincial and also the Indonesian police headquarters in Jakarta.
Okay. Thank you, Pak. Next question is from Serses. How extent is the cybercrime, cyber sex crime there? How about the cyber sex crime here?
Oh yeah, okay. There are several content-related offenses of cybercrime with the content of pornography. Yeah, pornography. We have also some cases in what is that? We call that grooming. Yeah, pretending that we are that the perpetrator pretending that he is the teacher of the children, and they force him to post a picture of their naked body. Yeah, so manipulation using other people's name is also happen here. Yeah, and then also the perpetrators are already caught and convicted. Yeah, in Indonesia, convicted. And also there is a phenomena of what's that? Changing. It's an agreement of what is that? Agreement of not legalizing. It's a prostitution, but it's switching their spouse. Yeah. So prostitution of their spouse. There's also happened in Surabaya. I forgot the term. The term of. I forgot. Yeah, I'm sorry. I forgot the term. Yeah. So it is a spouse prostitution with agreement. So they switch their spouse and in order to having sexual intercourse. That is also happened in Surabaya, and also the perpetrator is apprehended and also prosecuted. Yeah, and then other things is, yeah, the common prostitution just advertised by social media. Also, several cases are successfully apprehended.
Thank you, Pak. Is the law in Indonesia different from state to state?
From state to state,
From
in
province to
the,
province, I think.
oh yeah, because Indonesia is not a federal, so it's a union. Yeah, so from maybe the point is from province to province, we have the unifications of the law. So we use one law for the whole jurisdiction of Republic of Indonesia. For
Okay,
the cybercrime, it is not recognized in the law 19/2016 and 11/2008 regarding the electronic transaction and information. It's not specifically stated that this is cybercrime, but looking at the construction, it is very similar to the Convention on Cybercrime Budapest Hungary. And the elements of crime is also like the Convention on Cybercrime. But Indonesia did not state that this is cybercrime, no.
Okay, next question from Natraja. She said, recently in January 28th, so I think 3 days ago, 2021, I heard about LGBT was beaten for 77 times. May I know what is that about? Is there any law to protect LGBT, Pak?
Okay, the law protection of LGBTQ. Yeah, there's an equality before the law. Yeah, LGBTQ should be considered as equal as human being. They should be protected at any cost as the same as other citizens. It shouldn't be discriminated, right? So yeah, basically there's no specific protection, but it's considered as they equal to every citizen in Indonesia. Yeah, and then one thing I add for the prostitution of the spouse is swinger. We call that swinger. Yeah. Swinger. Yeah, we swing and switch.
And sell.
Yeah, so
They
that
sell it,
we
right? He
can
sell
have.
it, right?
Sorry?
He sell his wife, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, sell it.
spouse prostitution. Yeah.
Okay. In fact, the case of LGBTQ in January 28th happened in Aceh, Pak.
Sorry?
The one that he or she asked, the LGBTQ that was beaten for 77 times,
77 times.
then it happened in Aceh. I think, yeah, that's in 28 January 2021
Hmm.
in
Okay.
Aceh.
Yeah. I don't know exactly what is about, but the person also should be protected. And maybe LGBTQ is something new for someone is already settled in the Eastern culture, right? Who is not as open-minded as the Western culture. So the LGBTQ considered as something strange, something's different, and maybe the difference considered as threatening and also disrupting the status quo. That is why they decided to go for the persecution, and that is not that shouldn't happen. Yeah, that shouldn't happen, and the law enforcement should protect the victim and also should prosecute the perpetrator as same as like any other violence crime that has been handled by the police officer. Equality before the law.
Okay. Well, I think it is related to the Sharia law, if I Google it. The
Syariah
what
law.
written? Yes. Okay, next one from Marky. What is the flow or process of justice system in terms of cybercrime?
What is what?
What
Pardon?
is the process of justice system in Indonesia related to cybercrime?
Okay.
The justice
So
process or flow.
okay, justice process. For several crimes, we have specific courts for the criminal justice proceedings, such as corruption. We have the specific courts for that, corruption court, and also for the human rights violation, we have the human rights court. But for the cybercrime, we have not a specific court. We don't have specific court, but uh, the criminal justice proceeding introduced uh, by the there's been introduction of the digital evidence, the recognition of this digital evidence within the criminal justice proceeding by the law 19 2016 and law 11 and 2008. So the digital evidence recognized and admitted within the criminal justice proceeding. Yeah, that's the specific uh, rules about the cybercrime within the criminal justice proceeding.
Thank you. Next question from Sravani. What are the initiatives taken by Indonesian government to reduce cybercrime?
Okay, what I mentioned before, what I explained before, that how far the government was going to go. So the government is very serious, and in order to maintain the public order, the government had taken down the internet previously at the election process, right? And the internet users said that this is the human right. I don't think the law recognized the internet as a fundamental needs as human rights yet. But the internet users contend that this is the violation of human rights. It's not appropriate to take down the whole internet, even to maintain the public order. So the government decided, in order to have the public order, we have to do something. How far are we going to go? We take down the internet in a period of time, so that there will be no any trashy statements or something offensive and provocative that can be posted, that can be disrupt the public order. Maybe, is it answering enough, Pak Adi?
Yes, I think, yeah, because you already mentioned what the government does. Yes. Next one is pornography illegal in your country from Celsius? Pornography,
Sorry,
is
Pak.
it illegal or legal here? Is pornography legal?
Pornography is entirely illegal. There is no such thing as in America. My department has have the collaboration and cooperation with the United States Department of Justice. I already had several discussions also with the federal prosecutor there. That different with America. In America, if you have the permit or license to film a pornography, then it is okay. Even there is also a statement that in America, it is illegal to rape somebody. But if you have the license to make pornography, if you involve in the pornography industry, you just take your camera and show your license, and then the rape is legal.
What? Really?
Yeah. There's a statement there. Yeah, there's a statement in the US, but different in Indonesia. Indonesia, pornography is entirely illegal. there is no administrative effort to make it legal. There is no permit of it.
Okay. Okay, interesting to know. Next question from John. Since Southeast Asia is known as the hub of child trafficking, how does the Indonesian government deal with issues relating to cybercrime, such as child exploitation, specifically in the situation wherein children have no choice but stay at home due to the lockdown?
Okay, child trafficking and
Related to
lockdown.
the
Yeah.
child, related to the child exploitation during this lockdown situation.
Yes. So the crime involving child is basically manipulation by the adults, or yeah, a man that can have the access and can manipulate children. But for the child trafficking, using the technology is only, as a matter of speaking, is only the advertising only. Yeah, the advertising, the information, how we do the transaction. Yeah, but if for the pornography exploitation, as I mentioned before, there is grooming here. Grooming is the term of manipulation by adult for the children to get their uh, naked picture, to get a naked picture or video, yeah. And then for the child as victim, as far as I know, is only that, yeah.
Okay. Next one from Marky there uh, is there is there any a bill bond of cybercrime, sir?
Bill, sorry,
Bill bond of cybercrime.
Bill Pon,
Yeah.
Bill Pon.
From Marky Tumbaga, Pak.
From
Marky Tumbaga, 214. 214.
214.
Is
Oh,
there
okay.
a bill bond of cybercrime?
Bill Pon. Oh, so okay, yeah. Uh, yes, there's a bill for the cyber criminal if getting apprehend. Yeah, uh, it's different with the sanction of fine. Yeah, the sanction of fine, it is uh, it is stated, it has to be stated in judge verdict, in the court's verdict. While bail is just to guarantee that the cyber criminal is not would not escape or destroying evidence, because the apprehension is a prevention effort so that the perpetrator would not escape, would not destroy the evidence, and would not do the same thing. Yeah, so there's a bail, yes.
Okay. Next one from Rodolfo. Considering the emerging trends in cybercrime in Indonesia, how near or successful is the government on maintaining good cybersecurity in the next decade?
Okay, cybersecurity is very challenging, yeah, because we deal with something new every day, yeah, and then uh, as a matter as a matter of fact, frankly speaking, Indonesia is has not yet aware the importance of personal data protection. Yeah, we don't have any personal data protection regulation or law yet. Yet it's still in a bill, still in the parliament, but not yet being passed as the law yet. Yeah, that's why the awareness is considered as as low. Yeah. So personal data protection is very important because, as we know that there are two major events that exploiting personal data, using personal data points to get their political agenda succeeded, which is Brexit and presidential election of America, Donald Trump. So the big data analytics, yeah, the big data and analyst, yeah, big data analyst using the personal data points to have the mapping, the profile of the eligible voters and in presidential election, yeah, U.S. presidential election. And one of the data points is the likes in the Facebook. Yeah. So they profile a certain amount of a certain number of people considered as persuadable. The data points from the Facebook likes and also other social media are being processed to understand what is the preference of the person. And the preference will let the campaign manager to instruct, give them what they need to watch, give them what they need, that this if this person is going to be a president, this would be addressed. So yeah, that's very important. Personal data. The data points can be manipulated. Yeah, can be manipulated. The persuadable groups of person made Donald Trump president, made the British exit the European Union, and several of the clients of the Cambridge Analytica also what is that? Get advantage from the personal data points collection. That's why it's very important. And what the government should do is passing the bill of personal data protection law. It is very important.
Okay, two more questions, Pak. From
Yeah.
Success, does police department there in Indonesia also receive criticism from its citizens?
Okay, criticism. Okay, so it's different. Critics and defamation, right? It is different. Critics, it should be based on facts, and maybe it should be at the what is that? Addressing the problem, yeah, addressing the problem that needs to be repaired, yeah, that needs to be dealt with. While defamation is accusing something, and police officer is considered as considered as one party that protected by the Indonesia Criminal Code. Yeah, we have the legitimate public officials in duty. If we accusing something that is not right, or charged with something that damage the reputation, we can be punishable, yeah, by the Indonesia Criminal Code. Yeah, it's different with the law 19/2016 and law 11/2008, because the law of electronic transaction and information focusing only on defamation. Yeah, only focus on defamation. While the other, insulting the public officials, we have that in the Indonesia Criminal Code. So if we accusing something that led to a defamation of the public official, it is punishable here. But if critics addressing something needs to be repaired and to deal with, and it is okay.
Thank you, Pak. Next question from Kap Kalinga. Does violation against women and children in Indonesia as a separated unit under criminal investigation? And does your court system tries first case of such under the calendar rule?
Sorry, Pak, what's the point?
Does violation against women and children in Indonesia as a separated unit under criminal investigation? Next, does your court system try first cases of such under the calendar rule?
Okay, so women and children and victim, yeah, it's the criminal justice proceeding is the same, yeah. For the we don't divide crime and the criminal justice proceeding by the victim, but by the action. What kind of action is that? And for the cybercrime, it is there is no specific courts for that, so it is handled in the general criminal justice proceedings. And I don't understand what is the calendar rule means here. So maybe you can the person who asked can explain what is he meant by
if
calendar.
you want to explain, you can type in the chat. While we are waiting, we have one more last one actually. Is there any case of cybercrime in Indonesian healthcare? How do you improve the cybersecurity in healthcare, especially during this era? Patients' data can be stored electronically.
Oh yeah, yes. This is also a universal challenge. Yeah, many scholars address this. Yeah, about the protection of medical data. It's a sensitive record. It is a sensitive data, and can it be stored electronically? There is no law about it that makes hospitals or any healthcare service providers to store the medical data electronically. But should it you store electronically, the common method is using cloud services, right? And how about the cybersecurity issue? Yes, there will be issue about cybersecurity. Even Apple or Microsoft can be hacked. The system they design that sells security, right? Many Americans use Apples because Apple sells security. Many of people consider to buy Apple with such a pricey, with the high price, they buy security. Even Apple, who design and declare their device as secure, is also vulnerable of cyber attack. So it is a matter of how the white hat hackers versus the black hat hackers, while the white hat looking for how we patch this cyber security vulnerability. That is why there's also a bug hunting program like Facebook or Apple. They will reward every white hat hackers that found any bug that can be a vulnerability of cyber attack, and the reward is very good. It's a very good money. because in this cyberspace era, security is very important. Security is very important, and there is something that has been worshipped by the users, and something is the capitalists want to sell to the internet user. I'm selling the good stuff of very secure stuff. You can buy this with such a good amount of money, but you'll be secure. Still vulnerable of cyber attack. So how do we improve? Yeah, the government should hire many white hackers and cyber criminals that can that has the potential ability and also persuadable. Yeah, persuadable can be hired also as law enforcement agent, and maybe punish them by serving the law enforcement agency in certain period. Yeah, and also we create general effect for the cyber criminal. If you do this, you will get sentenced. You will get punished, and the punishment is serious. Maybe that's I can answer the question.
Thank you. This is the clarification of card related to the calendar rule, Pak. If there are many cases under the court in a month, does the court face crimes of women and children first than others? As you know, there is especially if it comes to abuse. Do they make priority or give priority to women and children first?
Oh yeah. So the management of case handling is not it's not depend on the victim. Yeah, it should be the criminal justice proceeding. It should be fast. It should be cheap. Yeah, it should be simple. Yeah. But the implementation is not as easy as the regulation said. Yeah, there are many factors. Yeah, including the evidence collecting. Yeah, including case management, because the case is overwhelming, and then when the job is overwhelming, as a human being, we have the tendency to choose the easiest job first, right? The easiest job first. Okay, this is done. Is there any more easy to be handled? Yeah. So that's the tendency. But the rules stated that the criminal justice proceeding should be simple, should be fast, and should be cheap. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you. Hope it clarify you, Kak. Thank you, Pak Anton. Thank you all for all of the questions and your active participation on Pak Anton's session. Now,
thank you very much, student.
Thank you very much, Pak. Hope
happy to be here.
Useful.
Yeah, I hope it is useful, even though it's Indonesia perspective. Yeah.
Thank
you very much, Pak Adi.
Now we come to the conclusion of our class for today. Perhaps you want to take photo together for one or two screens, Pak?
Yeah.
Take photo, group photo.
Okay.
Now we can say selamat sore. Sandra, please. Wait. Please, Sandra, direct us. Yes.
Okay, I'll take a picture of 2 pages only. I'll make sure you turn on the video and put your brightest mind. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Good. Let me save the picture first. And then move to the second page. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you all. Terima kasih. Selamat sore. Sampai berjumpa besok.
Terima kasih. Terima kasih all. Selamat sore semuanya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Selamat sore.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Terima
Thank you, sir.
Arigato gozaimasu.
kasih.